Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me, the babbler. That is me on this evolutionary uprise of a high rise of an ultimate quantum leap of a time. So emotional I am at this time, but a good kind of emotional, because I just received some very strong spirit confirmation, guys, and so I feel compelled and moved by spirit to live through and share and tell this connection that I am aligned with so well that I am moved to tears at the confirmation and the clarity that I received. So neat, so sweet, so dear to my heart. It is so very important to speak clearly. As I speak, I'm going to shuffle from the Moon Deck Oracle, which are intuitive oracles cards that are meant to stoke the powers of intention and ritual, okay? This particular deck, they're beautiful. I've shared them before. They can be worked as an oracle guide, a daily tool for reflection and meditation, and you know, they're just inspirational. The cards are beautiful themselves. These cards are inspired. I didn't make them. This is by I don't know, but you can check them out at www.themoondeck.com. It's a set of 44 illustrated cards, carrying potent mantras, illustrations, and rituals. It's inspired by the cyclical beauty of the moon. This healing oracle set shares insights on growth, purpose, intuition, practice, and creativity. Okay? So may this deck empower and inspire you to walk your path with self-love, trust, and purpose. So I'm pulling these cards because that is exactly what just happened here for me, where I feel inspired by the path that I am walking and the clarity that I am receiving just on my own journey at this time, because I did something very I spoke out loud. I spoke out loud and I said something very clear, and then within seconds I received a message from a soul sister in every kind of way, randomly too, that just brought absolute clarity for how it is so important to be clear and to speak your truths. See, I was here by myself, you know, and divine dial up and connect is very real. That's why they say prayer is so important. Prayer is so important. Because it allows you to clarify, to set into your align the very things that you desire to marinate in your life. I honor the natural process of growth and transformation in my world. I honor this. This card is beautiful. Like I said, I'll read from the book here. Transform. From the moment we leave the womb, we journey through many life cycles and transform along the way. Growth is a natural process and change is inevitable. You're going through a metamorphosis and expanding with increasing beauty. Honor your growth and allow a joyful lightness to enter your journey. Butterfly has arrived as a symbol. There goes my owl butterfly too. Butterfly has arrived as a symbol of grace, joy, flight, and transformation. She's a messenger fluttering about with alluring lightness and expressive color. From a slow-moving caterpillar to a tightly wound cocoon into an exquisite butterfly in the sky, she does not deny the natural process of her own evolution. It's what makes her so incredibly special. Butterfly is here to remind you that you're right on track to becoming an expression of your highest self. Have patience with your process. Can't tell you how much my face hurts from the allergies and the crying. Guys, I'm on a roll. Although it looks and feels different for each of us, creative expression is fuel that inspires, heals, and transforms. When we answer the call to shape an idea into art or allow our imagination to be free, we unlock our creative potential and help to remodel the world within us and around us. Playfully dive into the ritual as your own hands transform something ordinary into something extraordinary. Upon choosing this card, note what cycle the moon is in and create art as a weekly ritual until the same moon cycle returns. Supplies: paper, watercolors, paint, brushes, other supplies such as pencils, pastels, glitter, beads, glue, and anything else you fancy. You can also create sustainably by finding recyclables such as old envelopes, bottles, caps, twines, old ceramic cups, or plates. Oh my god. It's so interesting because just the other day, well, not the other day, remember I have no concept of real time on this earthly plane, but most recently I said I was going to take the plates that I had. I no longer desired to have them. I wasn't going to throw them away. I was going to paint on them. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to paint a plate. And I'm going to give it away. To whom, I don't know. But that's what I hear right now. I'm going to paint, guys. Yes. Okay, you can also create sustainably by finding recyclables such as old envelopes, bottle caps, twine, old ceramic cups or plates, old magazines, newspapers, or old furniture. I do that all the time. I upcycle furniture and I spray paint and I paint on them and stuff like that. It's like one of those little hobby crafts like that I love. Like I'm really excited about my soon-to-be full crafty room that is going to be just for me to create a lot of the things that I like to create, because I am very much a visionary of like creativeness. Like I love to create new things. I find new things to do and create. It's one of my passions, one of my hobbies that I love to do. Gather your materials, set up your space, and take a moment to tune in. Then allow your imagination to bloom. Be creative, make your art, and let go into flow. Beautiful. So, I was asked by someone, now that, you know, on the western side of the hemisphere, although it still can be considered Piscean season in Vedic astrology, and Western astrology is moving into Aries, and you know that's more of the dominating flow of energies out there. I'm not saying either which one is true or not, but either way the forces are one and the same. I always say that who's to say that Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and Piscean is the last, when we are infinite and expansive. So one and one can be the same. Pisces, the loop, who is first, who is last, like that's just a matter of perception at last. So they both are siblings in that kind of respect. So you know, so one of the advice was, you know, Aries does have a quick temperament, so to be mindful of that, to be slower to react at this time, because all fiery and combustive we can be, and then later to regret those kind of energies that we allow to like to flee from our system, that might not be of the most wisest choices to embody, you know. So just be mindful at this time. Be a little bit more compassionate and just be slow to respond until you can respond in a more positive and more loving way. What will love do is what I gotta say. What will love do? You know? Alright. Healthy boundaries keep me centered and balanced. Beautiful card. So keeping healthy boundaries allows you to remain centered and balanced. So that would have to be too with you being clear about what these boundaries are, what your center is, and what you will and will not tolerate. You know what I mean? It's not about being all like, you know, combative either. It's just about setting healthy boundaries for yourself and honoring it when you do. Don't say something and then not follow through, because then you rob yourself of that alignment and that center and that space that can be, you know, peaceful. Like, you want to feel peaceful, so you have to honor this, like, you know, within yourself, like, you know, whatever it is that you set into to motion through your emotions. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for our physical and emotional well-being. We each have a need to care for our unique nature, enforce certain limits, and maintain self-respect. Tune into your central power source as you create and relate in the world with healthy boundaries. When your boundaries are too weak, you may give away too much, let too much in, or set yourself up for unhealthy dependency. Yet, if your boundaries are too rigid or thorny, you can become tense and isolated. Either extreme can be physically and emotionally painful over time. Recognize habits that drain your energy and discover this tender balance for yourself. The positive impact of healthy, clear boundaries will ripple into every area of your life. This is a slow, continuous, moving meditation ritual to clear and brighten your aura. Practice anytime you need a boundary boost or to clear static energy. Maximize its power by repeating for 28 days straight. Find a comfortable seat on bent knees or cross-legged and lengthen your spine. Soften or close your eyes. Starting position. Extend arms out and down on either side, about a foot away from your hips, and gently touch the floor with your fingertips. Steady inhale. Begin to raise both arms slowly out to the side and all the way up, rotating palms upward at shoulder height until fingertips touch above head, creating a small sphere shape. Steady exhale. Reverse your movements, extending arms out and down, rotating palms and fingertips touch the floor in the starting position. Continue this repetition in coordination with your breath for 3 to 11 minutes. Start small. Discipline can be, you know, something that is difficult for many to be consistent with. So start small, work your way up. I tell you, I like to do things in 3, 6, 9. Start off 3 minutes. Next time do 6 minutes. Next time do 9. But master the 3 first before you go on to the 6. Master the 6 first before you go on to the 9. You get me? Okay. So once done, pause and feel your radiance. Repeat the mantra, then add your own prayer about healthy boundaries. Beautiful. 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 I am on the right path and am divinely guided. Excuse my sniffles and my sneezings. I tell you guys, I'm not feeling too great. Sorry for sneezing on camera. Guidance. Whew. When we relax into ourselves, we feel more at peace and return to trust. We remember that each small step creates the whole, a journey overflowing with divine order. A loving force within and around you is guiding you on your path. Breathe. This guidance may take the form of inner knowing or may present itself as meaningful signs in your life. The exact name you give this guiding power is up to you. Source, God, universe, Great Spirit, higher self, the divine, oneness, almighty, consciousness, or many others. Archangels, well, source. This is talking about source, not just, okay, never mind. Never mind what I was saying. You may also look to your spirit guides, angels. Should have just read the next sentence, Jennifer. Okay, you may also look to your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors for support. There we go, because that was where I was going. It's often a calm, encouraging, and lovingly firm voice, free from anxiety, force, or fear. As you walk your path, notice and acknowledge the signs. Spiritual guidance is abundantly available to you. As you deepen your bond to this loving force, you'll be able to better distinguish between trust and truth and chatter. This two-part ritual will enhance your connection to the presence of spirit in your life and can be used anytime. Ask, receive. Ask Great Spirit or your spirit guides to be in your life with more clarity and presence. Welcome only the most loving, supportive, and reliable guides. You can feel that in your energy. Do not be afraid, because when you are in a fearful state, then you attract that vibration to you, and then you allow for fear to seep into you, and then it doesn't become as pleasant as it can be. Remove all of that, because remember, anything that you feel, you can sense. So when you sense something that's around you, feel its energy, sense it, discern. You're able to tell. And if it's something that is not welcomed by you, command it to flee. There is power in your words. But if you feed into the energy of the fear, then that is exactly what you will receive. Welcome only the most loving, supportive, and reliable guides. You can treat this as a meditation or an intuitive journaling ritual. Be relaxed and patient with the process. Be receptive to whatever is revealed. Ask again as needed. Daily awareness. Pay attention to the synchronistic signs and symbols in your daily life. What repeats itself? A feather in your path, a pattern of numbers, an awakened instinct, a certain page in a book, a series of coincidences that lead you to realization, and epiphanies. Validate these affirmative moments so they can continue to arrive. Beautiful. So I used 3 of these cards, which is beautiful. And what I'm going to go now is into the sacred geometry. Sacred geometry. These cards again. Sacred geometry activations oracle books. Been feeling really close to the energy of Archangel Metatron, and this reminds me of this Archangel too, just with the geometric shapes and forms, and just the wisdom and the knowledge that is born through, is it clairaudience too, like, or is it, I some words I can't say, but like, you know, the ability to inner heal. I read heal and I said heal, but I meant hear. You know, great. Crown chakra. Okay, look how beautiful this card is. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. This is beautiful because it ties into a wonderful conversation that I had with my sister partner earlier in the day, just about the leveling of our partnership and how we can together in a healthy way transmute a lot of the dark, the shadow side aspects of life and infuse it with the light. You know, most people look at shadow work as something that is negative, and that's a matter of perception, you see, too, because the shadow work is worth just as much as the light. And it's not that you're transmuting it, you're infusing it so bright into full alignment with whatever it is that's going to create the wholeness of every single vibration, because there's polarities in everything. So to shun the shadow side is to also shun the light. When you infuse through understanding for the understanding for your overstanding, it's a whole different alchemy that starts to play into its mix. So I'm just going to read this card here. The flower of life is a geometric shape recognized by many cultures all over the planet. It consists of 13 equal circles that intersect at the middle of each circle, creating a perfectly proportioned flower. As a symbol, the flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our own connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color violet is associated with the 7th or crown chakra, located on the top of the head. It is associated with our personal spiritual connection to the universe and source. It's so interesting because if you follow me on Instagram, I don't think I shared it, but maybe I did. But I think Florence in the Machines, is that the name of the artist that is the singer? She was wearing something from Gucci that was all purple, and I even went to the Gucci page and loved it because I was drawn to this color today, this violet color that is so strong. It was an outfit that is by Gucci, but freaking phenomenal. Like, so you know what, I think I did share it on my story. Yeah, like I absolutely loved it. So it's interesting that this color is coming up for me strong today. And it's also, I associate this color with my mama. So it's just very interesting. This beautiful pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The color violet is associated with the 7th or crown chakra, located on the top of the head. It is associated with our personal spiritual connection to the universe and source. Violet has the highest frequency in the visible spectrum of light and is therefore linked to the flame of transmutation, the violet flame, which burns away all negativity and transmutes it into light. Violet is the color of cleansing, purification, magic, mystery, and mysticism. Our sense of empathy and unity are associated with this chakra. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath. Now get into the thought and the feeling that you are infinitely connected to the wisdom of the universe. Do you spend time regularly connecting to Source? Do you do some type of meditation? Make time to get out of your mind on a regular basis to expand your inner awareness. Beautiful. Forgive the barking dogs in this neighborhood. So, there's a message about protecting the cycles that are like air. Air is coming up. There is supposed to be a geometric storm this weekend that the northern lights might be shown in the state of New Jersey, I read somewhere. Of wealth and abundance, I'm sure. Okay, so the work that you put in your own cycles of life, be mindful in every kind of way to protect. It might feel laborious, but it requires discipline. And vision. So, cycles are coming up. The moon is even here. All the cycles of the moon, okay, are like you too. The serpent eating its own tail. The Piscean Aries flow. The cycling about. The protection. Look at, I feel like that's like the snake, and then like that's like a fish there. Like, I don't even know, but yes. So you got to protect your lands, your vision, You gotta put in the work. Allow it to spread like the air for your own abundance and wealth. Okay. For everlasting permanence. Although nothing is permanent yet, everything is. Once created. So, that is bond, that is life, that is atom, that's molecule, that is life, that is death. Everything takes time, especially in regards to the healings. Achievement. Yes, you can. Namaste.